Our daughter, Anna Weston, died on February 17th, 2000, as a direct result of an eating disorder. And it's hard to even describe the horror of her death and how it just ripped our hearts out. So our Anna was this amazing person. She was really high energy. She was very, very bright. She was a leader in her school. There were so many things about her that were truly incredible. And she got sick, and she got this horrific disease. We made a pretty deliberate decision that we wanted to tell her story. And the reason we did that is people weren't talking about eating disorders. So after she died, we realized that there was nothing we could do to bring Anna back, but maybe we could tell her story and that could help someone else. So we set out after she died to start an organization that would do a few things: to advocate on behalf of people that struggle with eating disorders and their families, to disseminate good information about what eating disorders are and what they're not, to support people that struggle with eating disorders and their families. And so 21 years ago, we set on that path, and here we are today, continuing to work hard. I've been doing this for 21 years, and we still have to keep working towards this. And I vowed early on that I would not stop fighting, that I would continue this work until I can no longer do it. We have made a lot of progress, and I'm really, really proud of many of the things that we've been able to do, including passing federal legislation with direct language about eating disorders. That was a big deal, and it's helped millions of people. The job's not done. We have lots more work to do. So I'll just keep at this until I can no longer do it.
Good evening, friends. I'm Ms. Shannon Paul, your host and auctioneer. Now, Kitty's words mean so much more this year for reasons we never would have imagined. As you share this evening with us from the comfort of your homes, we recognize that many of us have experienced isolation and anxiety over the past many months due to COVID and civil unrest. For those who have an eating disorder, experiencing those same circumstances and feelings can be even more detrimental to their mental and physical well-being. So tonight, we thank you for giving us the opportunity to spend a night with you, to benefit with all. And while we know your time is precious, we consider it a gift that you have chosen to give to us, and we don't take that present for granted. We want to extend as special thanks to our presenting sponsors, Polaris, our celebration sponsors, RBC Wealth Management and the Emily Program, and our Better Together advocate and patron sponsors, listed on your screen, who have helped to make this evening possible. In the next 45 minutes, you will hear from our leadership and the people who have benefited from the great work of Withal. Thanks to you. You'll have a chance to lend your support in whatever way feels comfortable and make a difference in the lives of those who need it most. Now, let's get the technical things out of the way for a moment. If you're seeing me here, you made it. And just below this screen, if you're watching on your computer, you'll see two buttons. The one on the left says donate to fund a need here. And the one on the right says bid on live auction here. At any time during our program, and especially when I announce our fund a need or live auction, just click on those buttons, find your desired donation amount or item you want to bid on, and help us make a difference. We also have live tech support in the lower right-hand corner of your screen should you need any assistance. Now, we encourage you to bid from the hand bid app on your phone and watch the program on your computer or television screen for optimal viewing enjoyment. Next, you'll hear from our Executive Director, Lisa Radzak, Eating Disorder Prevention Advocate, Mabel Donahue, and Withal Grant recipient, Kelsey Christensen.
When I wake up in the morning, there are two numbers that I think about. 52 and 2 million. 52 because every 52 minutes someone dies of an eating disorder. An eating disorder that is fully treatable if the person had received the care that they needed. So at Withal, we race to reach as many of those people as we possibly can so that we can help them get the care that they need so they don't become one of those 52. I think about these 2 million kids. The 2 million kids who we know are healthy today will have an eating disorder before they reach adulthood if their path isn't changed. And we're in the business of changing that path. We want to reach our kids before an eating disorder does. I had an eating disorder, and I look back over my life and the memories of, starting out as a kid, as a kindergartner. That was the first time someone said something to me about, you need to watch what you eat, you're getting heavy. And I remember the room I was in, I remember what I was wearing, I remember exactly what I was doing. And I remember the way my heart fell from, my chest down into my stomach. And I look back over my life, and there's so many memories like that of adults saying or doing something because they cared about me, but what they said or did was based in fear of gaining weight or fear of being fat, instead of focusing on health, because they were doing the best they could with what they knew. COVID has furthered this crisis, and isolation and anxiety mean more to people that have eating disorders because isolation creates an environment where eating disorders can thrive. There's no community, there's no support group. There's a lack of the structures that were set up the healthy environment for a person to otherwise not be struggling. We've doubled our urgency, and we've never been clear about our focus, because the degree to which people are struggling, the degree to which they need support to get the help that they need has increased. The number of people we hear from who are at home with their kids and are looking for how do you talk to kids about food and body in ways that's based in health instead of fear. You're having breakfast, lunch, both snacks. You're in charge of Fayed and making sure they get physical activity. And how do you do that? And how do you talk about that in a way that sets our kids up for health, for long-term health? So just the urgency and the focus has never been greater. We're working every day to save lives. We're working every day to reach people before they fall off the cliff. We're working to do these very, very big things that are systemic problems, but how we're doing it is very simple. How we're doing it is serving stuff up in a way that any adult can participate, the busiest adult. It's simple tools to put into practice immediately in your day-to-day life. And also to get critical financial resources to people who need support to get the treatment that they need. So it's very, very simple stuff, all with the goal of having a profound impact that will affect millions of people. We're not gonna wait for our kids to have eating disorders. We're gonna reach our kids before the eating disorders develop. And I imagine them as adults. And I imagine them maybe being parents themselves. And I like to imagine that they will never know what they missed. They'll never know the eating disorder they never had, because Withal exists and is doing the work that we're doing.
In the 8th grade, I started to develop anorexia nervosa. It continued until I was in the 10th grade, when I did have to be hospitalized for about 4 to 5 months. I was so young that I didn't really know what an eating disorder could personally look like. I had this image in my head of what an eating disorder looked like and what kind of person gets an eating disorder. And I thought that what I was going through wasn't anorexia. And so it kind of took a long time for me to admit to myself that I had a problem. It took a long time for other people around me to see that I had a problem. And that's why it went on for 2 years before anything happened, is because it's such a secretive disease. You can really hide it from other people pretty well. After my hospitalization, I came back and really was just all in on recovery and, did what I had to do. I went to, 2 to 3 therapy appointments per week. I had my dietitian, I had my pediatrician monitoring my physical health, I had my psychiatrist. eating disorder recovery really does require that level of focus and kind of intentionality in order to get better. And I think because I was so intentional and I had so many people around me supporting me, that's why, I am where I am today. And it's been 5 or 6 years since then, and I think we're on the right track. When you hear something that's not helpful, say something, because the less we hear these negative words about our bodies, about other people's bodies, about food, about weight, about diets, the less we internalize it, and those won't become beliefs that we hold. Early intervention is so important in the treatment of eating disorders. And so catching something early, I think that in itself is a form of prevention. And, that prevention could take someone who is displaying unhealthy attitudes or behaviors towards food and kind of turn them around and get them on the right track. So I think the earlier the better. And that's why I think prevention should start super early in schools and at home.
My recovery journey started as an adult, but my story with an eating disorder started when I was a teenager. And when I finally started going to therapy and digging through things that I didn't want to touch before, I started to become more willing to accept help and started to see the things in life that I wanted to be able to access that I couldn't before because of my eating disorder. I received a grant from Withall, and that grant helped me be able to pay for gas to go to treatment, and it really helped me be able to incorporate in new foods and different challenges into my recovery. In speaking to the Withall community, I just have to express gratitude from the bottom of my heart, because receiving the grant, being able to feel like I'm a part of that community has helped push me forward. It's helped me be able to make investment in ways that I couldn't before. And it's helped me feel like I have solid ground beneath my feet to keep moving forward. I am super bubbly and positive and happy because there's so many things to be happy and bubbly about. And I didn't realize that until I allowed myself to receive nourishment. I allowed myself to take in good things, good food, and good community, and that just really energizes me, and I want to be able to share that with other people. I have learned that everything is worth doing in some aspect, even if I fail, and that has shown up so much for me in my recovery journey, and that gives me the courage and the motivation to keep going.
We thank them for sharing their stories, and we thank you, because with you, funding the needs of Withall is possible. So let's get to work. There are so many opportunities for you to support Withall, this amazing organization, this evening. And this just in, if we can reach $50,000 in our fund a need this evening, our generous board member, Linda Singh, and her husband, Jesse, have graciously offered to donate an additional $10,000 to bring us to a grand total of $60,000. And I know we can all do this together. Let's start with what you can do with a $5,000 gift. Now, a $5,000 gift will fund 10 people seeking Withall's living expense grants. And with your support, the funding for their grants will be available immediately, and their pursuit of recovery will not be delayed or interrupted. So I appreciate all of our $5,000 grant recipients so far. Jennifer Kramer Miller, we see you, and Dirk, for your $5,000 donation. We appreciate you so much for that. We see all of our donations. Everything counts right now. We're looking for $5,000 out there. If you're willing to join us at $5,000, think of how much you can do, because eating disorders are not a choice. But you can choose to support Withall this evening with that $5,000 donation, just like Jennifer and Dirk. But we appreciate every dollar amount that's coming in. We see Alicia has donated this evening. I see that John, thank you so much for coming in here. Carrie, you are part of what makes this organization go. Harold, thank you so much for coming in here as well. Oh, our good friend Amy Zeroff, who is our heart. She also donated this evening. Lori 9, thank you so much for that as well. And we appreciate all of our $5,000 donations. All of these donations will all add up to do so much with all. A $2,500 donation, $2,500 funds one hospital or care center with the What to Say program for healthcare professionals, equipping them with healthy, practical ways to talk about food and body with kids and their parents at well visits. And as a mother, I know how important it is to go, how are you communicating with these children? And you don't always know what you don't know. And so being able to support this organization with your $2,500 donation will do so much right now. So I encourage you, if you're able, please come in for $2,500. Support as we work with these care centers to give them the additional terminology. They are so busy trying to work with so many patients. The fact that an organization like With All can give them the tools that they need to make one day easier for another member at that facility for your $2,500 donation. I see Wendy. Thank you very much, Wendy Blackshaw, for your donation this evening. Shannon, as another Shannon, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Heidi Johnson, thank you for your donation as well. We have a number of things coming in. Oh, we see Kitty and Mark Weston coming in. Kitty, you have given so much to this organization. Thank you again for that additional donation. And that brings us to our $1,000 donation. $1,000 funds a What to Say Q&A video, providing answers to the real submitted questions of adults seeking immediate guidance on how to talk about food and body with the kids in their life from a trusted expert. You know, as someone who knows a number of teachers, this is something that comes in so much when they are trying to figure out how can they communicate with them. A good friend of mine happens to be a track coach and was looking for other resources when she was talking to the young kids that she is actually working with on how can she use healthy language to encourage them to participate. And you can be part of that with your $1,000 donation. Thank you, Michael. Michael, for your $1,000 donation. Laura Donahue came in as well. We see someone that also came in. Frank, thank you for that $2,500 donation. I'm sorry I missed you earlier. Thank you to David. We appreciate David. We appreciate all of these donations. Oh, and we see Lisa. Lisa came in, who we saw in that video sharing her story and so much work that she already does with All, but still came in with a $1,000 donation. So we appreciate all of those dollar amounts coming in right now. Moving on to $750, a still very impactful amount of money. $750 funds one individual in a What to Say focus group to ensure our content is changing behaviors in adults and accessible to all adults, regardless of race, economic status, or social group. As a member of the BIPOC community, I know how important it is to not only go, hey, I know it exists, but to feel welcomed and invited to the organization. And that's what your $750 donation can do. So thank you very much to everyone right now. We see Connor Green, you came in at $1,000. Thank you so much for that. Kelly, again, also in at $1,000. Kelly Eichhoff. Kathy, thank you for your donation as well. Kathy Loff, we appreciate you being part of this. Mary Thompson, we appreciate your donation. So many people coming in supporting that, reminding you we're trying to get to that $50,000 mark this evening so we can get that additional 10 and get us over the hump to 6,000. So we appreciate everyone who's coming in. We see a number of people still coming in at that $1,000 level as well. So thank you very much to Jennifer Greenway, an additional $1,000 donor that came there. Also, I see John and Renee Hallberg. Thank you very much for coming in with your $1,000 donation. We have so many levels, and every level is important this evening. Let's move on to $500. $500 provides a living expense grant for one individual to seek intensive treatment for a life-threatening eating disorder. You saw that story before we came back to the Fund a Need on how intensive treatment is so impactful for someone. Being able to know that you're part of a community, being able to have the additional funds that you need to make sure that, hey, do I have gas money to make it? Well, yes, I do. I'm going to be there. And to have the time to sit there and say anything that I'm learning about my diet, I don't have to say, oh, well, I can't afford that. So that lesson doesn't apply to me. That's what your $500 donation can do. So thank you very much to Derek Walter for that $500 donation. Colleen, you're in here as well. Kim Harvey, thank you immensely for your $500 donation. Kate DeGraw, thank you for coming in here. Suzette Schomer, it's so good to see so many of these $500 donations coming up on my screen. Allison Humphrey, we appreciate you and your $500 helping us get to that $50,000 number. To remind you before we go on, as we have some time for some other people to come in, that nearly 2 million children here in the U.S. could be impacted by an eating disorder. Every dollar that you donate this evening helps make sure that that number is not the milestone that we have to champion. Every dollar that you give this evening helps us make sure that that number goes down dramatically each and every year. I see a $600 donation in here as well from Jana Holgram. Thank you very much for that donation. Thank you to Jody Mooney for her $500 donation. Thank you very much for that. Again, I see another $2,500 donation, I believe, coming in here. We appreciate you coming in hot. Karen Kriegler, thank you very much for that donation. And I hope that right now, I would love to see this screen just blaze as we move on to $250, because $250 enables partnerships with new treatment centers, therapists, and organizations to make Withal's grants accessible to a wider, more diverse audience, including members, neighbors, and people who identify as Black, Indigenous, or people of color. Eating disorders does not pick favorites. It does not pick one community and say, this is the one I'm going to target. It can hit all of us. And Withal can help all of those areas. And your $250 donation this evening is how we're going to get that done. I want to back up a little bit and say thank you to Kitty McVeigh. Thank you, Kita. Kita, I have been waiting for you all evening. That $1,500 brings me so much joy. Kita, thank you very much. Michelle Grogan for $250. Thank you as well. Sarah McVeigh coming in at $500 now. Julie, I see you at $100. We appreciate that donation as well. I believe we got another $1,500 donation in there as well. Jillian Lampert coming in at $500. I am so enjoying the fact that my brain is having to do very complex math right now, thanks to all of our donators, our donations that are coming in right now. Ann Miller, we appreciate you. Michelle Grogan, your $250 donation is so impactful right now. Even if you come in at $100, $100 provides groceries for 1 week, so a person in eating disorder treatment can follow their treatment meal plan, a crucial component to recovery. Changing the way that we think about food is not an easy thing. When you are dealing with this on a daily basis and going, I'm only hearing the voices in my head, Withal helps you go, well, there is a community that can help you along the way. And if some reason that you have food insecurity and you don't have the funds to be able to stay on your treatment plan, we can do our best to make sure that that is not an impediment for people in our community. And that's what your $100 donation would be. So thank you very much to Emily Martian. Thank you very much to Andrew Schlick. We appreciate you coming in at $100. I see a $500 donation from Carolyn Cochran sneaked in here. I appreciate that as well. Heather Kelly, your $100 donation is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for that. We would love to see a number of other people coming at $100 as we keep working towards that grand total of $50,000. We are within striking distance, everyone. So let's go ahead and keep going. I would love to say it. Eric and Shay Lunseth, thank you very much for your $100 donation this evening. Heather, we appreciate all of the donations. Cheryl, I see you as well. Sam Friedrichsen just came in at $50. Thank you very much for that. And we have Cheryl. Cheryl, I want to say this. I'm usually good with names. I would butcher yours. So Cheryl, if you have a complex name, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming in at $100. I wish that I could give you justice because you are doing so much to help us this evening. I mentioned that Sam came in. Oh, we see another $500 donation from Jan Tellen. Thank you very much, Jan. We appreciate you coming in. I mentioned that we had Peter Zenner coming in at $1,000. Stephanie Hennings, you're in at $100 as well. We'll get a few more minutes for our $100 donations to come in because this is an important thing. I think it's always so good to remind people that we are talking about something that impacts people on such a mental health, mental illness, mental wellness perspective. This is something that actually impacts more people in the psychiatric community than you would ever know. And so you coming in, oh, thank you very much. We see Todd McVeigh, a giant virtual round of applause for Todd McVeigh for coming in at $5,000. Thank you very much, Todd. We appreciate you coming in at that. We appreciate Michael Carroll for coming in at $100. We appreciate Kelsey Ford for also coming in at $100. We are going to get to that $50,000 donation because of you and because of your help. And then our board member, Linda Singh, is going to get us to 60. This is doable. This is something that will impact people right here in our community. Let me tell you what happens if you give us $50 this evening. $50 provides access to Withall's What to Say resources for one adult needing guidance on how to talk about food and body with the kids in their life. I was talking to an adult in my circle who was saying, I didn't say the right things when my kids were younger, and I was doing the best with what I had. Well, now we can give them the tools to do better. And isn't that what we all want as parents? So I would love to see the board light up with our $50 donations. We still see some people coming in at $100. Carrie Heckman is in at $100. I see Janet Novak brought in $250. Thank you very much, Janet, for coming in at that. I know that we can get a number of $50 donations right now. I know we can get that number. We are so close to coming to that $50,000 donation during our Fund a Need portion of the evening. Don't worry, we have more content coming from you, more amazing things that are happening. But let's see if we can get that number quickly to $50,000. Robbie, thank you very much for your $50 donation. Sarah Pappy, $250. We appreciate you so much for coming in at that dollar amount donation. We can take any dollar amount you have. If 5,000 seemed like too much, if 500 wasn't what you have, this $50, thank you very much for Jordan Rudolph for that $500 donation. We can get there. We are at nearly $48,000. $48,000. Let's get that last over the hump to 50 so we can get that. Jessica Mulvey, thank you very much for coming in at $1,000. $1,000. Yep, what's it? McVeigh. Oh, I completely messed up that thing. Thank you very much, Jessica McVeigh, for coming in at $1,000 as well. I see Emily Hansen coming in at that $100 donation. Remember, each of these things can actually make an impact here. If you're going, how do I make sure my dollars are spent wisely? All of the things happening here at Withall assures you that you are actively touching someone who will benefit from learning about how they can avoid getting into an eating disorder situation. All right, I'm getting some information here. I'm so excited to say that we have actually done it, everyone. Thank you for everything that you did. Thank you for coming in. Huzzahs in the chat right here. We have got to that $50,000 rank. I hope that everybody at home is hooping and hollowing. You can sit there and throw a little hallelujah in there, whatever works for you. We appreciate all of that because that means we are now up to $60,000 this evening, because of our generous donation of Linda Singh. But we have more opportunities here. We have more opportunities. But before we move on to anything else, let's learn more about Withall's newest offering, the What to Say Mealtime Conversation Cards. And I hear we have two special guests joining us tonight who have used these cards in their own home with their children. So please welcome Withall Board Vice Chair Jordan Rudolph and her husband, Minnesota Vikings tight end Kyle Rudolph.
Thanks, Ms. Shannon. Hi, I'm Jordan Rudolph.
And I'm Kyle Rudolph.
As parents, we all want our kids to lead healthy and happy lives. And a huge part of that is how we model and talk about food and body so that we're helping our children think about food and body in ways that are rooted in health.
We love that Withall's What to Say works to equip adults with simple ways to do this, like not talking about dieting or weight in front of our kids and sharing helpful things to say instead. The What to Say initiative starts with a pledge to stop diet and weight talk and tips of what to say instead. This is a critical first step.
That's right. And now, thanks to the generous support of RBC Wealth Management, we have another What to Say tool for parents to build up the health of their kids. The new Withall family mealtime cards include questions, games, and activities to cultivate conversation around the dinner table. Meal times spent together have really important health benefits for kids, and these cards have provided us with some fun and stress-free ways to connect as a family during this most important time of the day. Our kids love these cards. It's kind of like playing a game at dinner time, and they think it's really fun to engage in this type of conversation.
The cards are for kids of all ages, and your purchase supports Withall's effort to prevent eating disorders and support recovery. Together, we can inspire and empower kids to develop a more complete understanding of health and to truly believe that their bodies, as they are amazing. Withall, with you, we will.
The What to Say pledge is a 30-second pledge that you can take online asking to stop diet and weight talk around kids. Harmful diet and weight talk can really impact kids' physical and mental health, and so we're really on a mission to help adults rethink the language that they're using around the kids in their lives. Once you fill out that form, you get access to lots of great tips and resources and actionable tools that you can use to live out that pledge in your daily life. I'm really excited about the Withall conversation cards because I think that families, especially now, are kind of torn in so many different directions, and there's so many ways that we can get distracted, but mealtime for many families is still a really sacred time that they try to sit down and really can build healthy habits where we can talk about food and talk about body, or just talk about how is your day, what's going on in your life. And so I think that these cards really give families conversation starters or different ways to interact at the dinner table. There's so much tied up in food and body and diet and weight talk. We know that that's not going to change overnight, but my hope is that families and adults who are most influential in kids' lives will really start thinking about the words that they're using and the incredible power that they have around the kids in their lives. Any change that adults make is going to be positive for their kids.
As a reminder, we have some great featured items separate from our live auction items that are still open for bidding until 8:15 p.m. Central this evening. And now I am very excited because I spent a lot of time at auctioneer school to be able to do the next part of this evening's festivity, our live auction. Now we're going to start with item number 1. We have 7 fantastic live auction items. I want to remind everybody at home, if you can bid on these things, great. If you cannot bid on them, but you know one of your friends can, get their number out and get ready to text them, because a lot of these things have space for more than one person, and we want you to be able to go as well. So let's start with item number 1. It is a Lake Vermilion getaway. So you and up to 6 of your nearest and dearest friends will take in the beautiful North Woods for 3 nights at Sunset Bay Retreat, located on iconic Lake Vermilion. This vintage log cabin includes 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and was recently renovated to include modern amenities. Now guests can walk down the hill to the dock and watch the stars come out over the water, or cozy up inside by the beautiful stone fireplace. This package also includes a $100 gift card towards lakeside dining and 2 Yeti can coolers at The Landing, a premier restaurant just a stone's throw away from your home base. You'll also receive local memorabilia so you can take the Northwoods home with you. That includes 2 sweatshirts from Moose Birds, the local hub, and general store. All right, so here we go. After being cooped up all this time, I'm sure we could all use a getaway. So right now the bid is at $950. We start at $950. $950 is the bid. Our next bid is $1,000. Who'll come in at $1,000? I know that Andrew, you were in there at $850. We know that $1,000, that you don't want to walk away from this right away. $1,000 is that right now. Eric and Shay, thank you very much for that bid of $950, but I know we can get up to $1,000 at least for this amazing thing. There we go. We got jumped up now. Thank you very much. All right, Eric and Shay, you're still in here now. We're still in here at $1,150 now. $1,200 is the next bid. $1,200. Katie, you were right there. You were so close. Let's get you in here again at $1,200. Katie Loth, you were right there. You were out right now. We need $1,200 is the next bid. Eric, you are in. Eric and Shay, you are in. The next bid is at $1,200. $1,200 for you and up to 6 of your friends. And if nothing else, you get to go and say, hey, I got these amazing sweatshirts. We'll let somebody else stay at the cabin. Maybe you send your family away to the cabin so you can enjoy your home. The bid is at $1,300 now. $1,300, very much. Thank you very much. $1,400. We're moving quick now. Eric and Shay, you're in at $1,350. The bid is currently $1,350. And the next bid is $1,400. $1,400. Katie, you're right here. Katie, if you want to come back in, $1,500 now is the next bid. Thank you very much. We're going to keep going up here. $1,450 is the current bid. $1,450 going up to $1,500. $1,500 is the next bid for that amazing Lake Vermilion getaway, including the gift cards and a chance for you and up to 6 of your nearest and dearest to go up to beautiful Lake Vermilion for only $1,500. You guys can split that and it'll go so much farther. You're making memories right now. So Pamela, you're right in here. Oh, we just went up again. We're now at $1,550. $1,550. Pamela, you can get back in for another $50. Pamela, you were so close. Can we get that phone out there? I know that you got to get your fingers moving pretty fast. We're at $1,550 is the next bid. The bid is currently at $1,500. We're at $1,500. Our next bid will be at $1,550. I know we probably have a couple of minutes left here, so I want to make sure everybody gets near it quick. Our bidding is going to close at 7:36. At 7:36, we are going to close. We're at $1,550, Pamela. The next bid is at $1,600. So you have 30 seconds left for everyone that's out there. We are going to close the bid at 7:36, at 7:36 Central Time. So if you want to get in on this at that $1,600, you need to get in now. Oh, and we did come in there. All right, we are now at $1,650. We will stay at this all night. We know that you guys want this, so let's go. Let's see how long we get this. The bid is currently at $1,600. Let's see if we can get up a little bit higher. We're at $1,600 now. The next bid is at $1,650. We are at $1,600, and we are sold at $1,600. Congratulations to Eric and Shay Lunseth. You get that amazing Vermilion getaway, and our first item is gone. Such a beautiful retreat. All right, this is for the grown and sexy. Anybody fancy out there? It is time for you to get in on this Chicago Gold Coast weekend, courtesy of our board member, Linda Singh. I had a great time talking to her about this particular opportunity. You'll get to enjoy a weekend getaway on the Gold Coast of Chicago. This 16th floor, 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo has amazing views and is situated in the heart of Chicago shopping district and within walking distance of the lake. So you don't even have to worry about renting a car. Linda assures us that you'll be able to get to everything that your heart could desire in Chicago, walking distance from this amazing condo. Now, the amenities within the condo complex include an outdoor pool and hot tub, parking, top-of-the-line fitness center, and yoga studios nearby in the Modern Art Museum. Now, there's also, I see we're already coming in here. We see the bid is already at $1,500, and I haven't even got to amazing gift cards and other things that you do. So here's the thing. This not only includes some amazing opportunities walking distance from here, you're also going to be able to go and hang out at some of the most amazing brewing. Yeah, you get to go to Revolution Brewing. I'm throwing this in here because right now we're at $1,500, and I know that this is worth so much more than that. We're at $1,500. We're at $1,600. The next bid is at $1,650. Let me tell you what else you get. You get to go hang out at Revolution Brewing. You also get to go and hang out at the Girl and the Goat, winner of a James Beard Foundation's Best New Restaurant. And you'll be able to hang out with head chef Stephanie Izard, who won Bravo's Top Chef. So make sure you're in here. We're at $1,600. That is a steal, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see you get in here. David, you were real close. The bid is currently at $1,650. The next bid is at $1,650. We're at $1,600. We're at $1,600, reminding you, you get to hang out with Bravo's Top Chef winner, Stephanie Izard. And the other thing about this is that, yes, this was donated. Thank you very much, Kita. You came in at $1,650. The next bid is at $1,700. $1,700, still a deal. This is something that you will not be able to participate in forever. We're at $1,750. $1,750 now. The next bid comes in at $1,800. We're at $1,750, Sarah. Oh, $1,800 from Peggy. Thank you very much for coming in. $1,800 now. The next bid is at $1,850. Just another $50. You also get a $500 Delta gift card to get there. You don't even even have to drive yourself. You get that gift card as well. Peggy, you're currently in here at $1,800. We are going to close the bidding at $741. At $741. Thank you, Kita. Kita is in at $1,850. $1,850. Remind you, you get to hang out in this condo. You get dinner at a James Beard restaurant winner. Coming in 1 minute, $1,900. Peggy, thank you very much. The next bid is at $1,950. We're currently at $1,900. $50 more gets you back in here, Kita. We only have about 1 more minute, so if you want to get in here, make sure you take care of it. Also want to remind you, Linda is not keeping the condo. This may be your last chance to get in on this deal. We're at $1,950 right now, $1,950 with Kita, $1,950. $1,950. We're going to close it at $741. I told you we're coming in at $741. Kita, you're still in here. Peggy, if you want to get back in, you have about 1 minute to come in here. Peggy, another $50. The next bid is at $2,000. The next bid is at $2,000. Kita, thank you very much for coming in. Thank you for supporting us. All what you've done this evening at $1,950. Remember, you get the condo, you get all of the amenities, you get that $500 Delta gift card. The next bid is at $2,000. We're going to be closing at $741. That means, according to my clock, we got about 30 seconds, everyone. If you want to get back in here at $2,000, there we go, Jody. Thank you very much. Got a new person in here coming in hot. Jody with a net $2,000. We appreciate that donation. The next bid is now $2,100. Kita, I know you want this one. The next bid is at $2,100. We'll stay at this as long as you guys want us to. We're at $2,050 right now is the current bid with Kita. $2,100 is the next bid. If you want to get that great stay at the condo, walking distance right there on Chicago's Gold Coast, you get to be super fancy, go hang out at a James Beard award-winning restaurant with a Top Chef winner. Here in Minnesota, we have some runners up. You get to say, I hung out with a winner for $2,150. $2,150, and it is sold. $2,100 to Jody. Congratulations. You are going to have an amazing time in Chicago. All right, moving on to our third item of 7. All right, we had a chance to meet this gentleman a few moments ago, and now you could meet him personally, a virtual meet and greet with Kyle Rudolph and an in-home dinner experience with Vikings players' personal chef, Molly Plesher. Now, this is 2 packages in one. So first you get to treat yourself to a virtual meet and greet with none other than Minnesota Vikings tight end Kyle Rudolph. Then you and 5 of your friends will enjoy a 5-course meal prepared in your home by Minneapolis chef Molly Plesher. Now, she's cooked for several Vikings players, and she is a former registered nurse who found another way to care for people through feeding them. She knows how important food is for our bodies, so you know you will get a fresh, nutritious meal with tons of flavor. Now, the virtual meet and greet with Kyle Rudolph has to take place before July 1st, 2021, and the 5-course meal expires February 26, 2022, and can only be scheduled on weekdays here in the Twin Cities metro area. And the winner can, of course, choose the type of cuisine. However, alcohol is not included. Just letting you know that. But we will make sure that all COVID protocols are followed. All right, so for this amazing 2-in-1 package, that virtual meet and greet, and then a 5-course meal prepared by Chef Molly Plesher, the bid is currently at $1,100, so our next bid comes in at $1,200. We're at $1,100. Peggy, thank you. I'm glad to see your name in here again. Peggy is in right now at $1,100. Who'll give me $1,200 right now for all of that amazing 5-course meal prepared by a celebrity chef in your home, and you actually get a virtual meet and greet with an actual celebrity for only $1,200. We're at $1,100 now with Peggy. We need $1,200 to come in here. Grab your phones, get in that hand-bibbed ad. Remember, not only are you getting a chance to go ahead and take care of yourself with this amazing package, you are supporting an amazing organization with all and doing what you can to prevent eating disorders in what could be nearly 2 million children. So we're at $1,100. We're going to be closing this bid right now at $745. We'll give you a minute. At $745, we'll close this bid. We're currently at $1,100 with Peggy. If you can get in here at $1,200 now, a 5-course meal for $1,200 in your home, all of the the COVID protocols will be followed. We have 1 minute left. I said we're going to close this bidding at 7:45 Central. Peggy, you might get this one for a song. We'll see if anybody else sneaks in here. Again, not only are you helping yourself, not only do you get that virtual meet and greet with Kyle Rudolph, who's a great supporter of With All, you also get to make sure that you take care of yourself and support this amazing organization. Coming in really soon, we're going to be closing this in just a moment. We're currently at $1,100 with Peggy. $1,200 is the next bid. A 5-course meal in your home for you and 5 of your friends. We're going to see what we can get in here. Another chance. I want to make sure we're not missing anybody. But Jennifer, I could feel it coming. I knew that there was a swell out there and somebody was just waiting. Jennifer, I'm sure you had your phone in your pocket. You are now in at $1,300. The next bid comes in at $1,400. Jennifer, you're in at $1,300. Thank you very much for supporting With All. Thank you very much. I'm sure that you'll have a great time with this, but somebody else might want it more than Jennifer. And all you have to do is come in at $1,400. The bid is currently at $1,300. We come in at $1,400, and it is sold. Congratulations to Jennifer Hall at $1,300. All right, moving right along to one of my favorite live auction items this evening for probably not what you're thinking. Our next item is a Polaris Ranger 1000 Premium. Inspired by the best-selling of all time Polaris Ranger XP 900, the Ranger 1000 Premium is more comfortable, more durable, and more capable. This rugged beauty seats 2 adults and gets its grunt from a purpose-built single overhead cam engine that delivers higher torque at lower RPMs. Now, let's take a look at this Ranger in action, and special thanks again to our presenting sponsor, Polaris.
Out here is where you find the people who are proud to get their hands dirty. Driven doers who never quit. Always put family first and know the importance of stretching a dollar. These are the real-life heroes of Ranger Country. And this is their machine. Introducing the all-new Ranger 1000, the perfect combination of price and performance. Built on the legacy of the legendary Ranger XP 900, this thing is a workhorse, plain and simple. It's got an all-new ProStar 1000 motor that just won't quit. All the torque you'll ever need, and a serious list of bragging rights. Industry-leading cargo capacity, class-leading towing, industry-leading storage. There's even a completely redesigned cab with thicker seats and more cup holders. And you get all that at a price that respects the value of a hard-earned dollar. The all-new Ranger 1000 and heavy-hauling 6-seat Crew 1000. Built to work side by side with the real-life heroes of Ranger Country. Polaris. Think outside.
Right, that Polaris Ranger 1000 Premium with all those cup holders. I am excited. It's stealth gray, and it must be picked up by March 15th in Maple Plain, Minnesota. Now, look, I've always wanted a vehicle like this because I believe in a zombie apocalypse, and you know you always get stuck on the highway. This will get you away from those zombies. You need to get in on this Polaris Ranger. Now, the other thing is that we've had over 32 bidders going in all afternoon about this one, so this is a hot item. Currently, the bid is at $10,600. John, you're at $10,600. The next bid is $10,700. If you were in earlier, you need to get in here right now. This is definitely going to go for a lot more, and it's going to go very fast. So $10,600 right now for John Wallace. That's what we have it at. Who will give me $10,700? Who wants to get back in with this Polaris Ranger 1000 Premium right here? Here, you can pick it up. Think of all the stuff you can do. Even if you were tired of your snowblower, put a plow on the front of it. That'll work for you. Most of the stuff in that video, that's not what I'm going to use it for, but I will run around Eden Prairie in this thing. Come on, everybody. John Wallace, you're still in here at $10,800. Thank you. We appreciate that. Jennifer, you were in for a moment. We want to get you back in. $1,100, $11,000, $11,000 is where we're at now. The next bid is at $11,000. 10.9 is already out. I'm sorry, 10.9 is what we're at now. 11,000 is what we'll be at next. 10.9. Let's see if we can get in at 11,000. 11,000, $100 more. Jennifer will get you back in. $100 more is get you back in. There you are, Jennifer. I knew we were coming for you. Jennifer, you're in at $11,000. 11,100 is next. 11,100. We've had so many bids on this. It's been one of our most popular items. I know if you're out there, you've been thinking on this all afternoon. You know what? Look over at the grandparents and go, this is what you should have got me last Christmas. All right, everybody. We're at $11,000. Thank you very much, John. You're back in. You're back in at 11,100. Our next bid is 11,200. 11,200 will get you back in here, Jennifer. Jennifer, look over at whoever you're sitting with and go, do I want to wake up tomorrow with regret? John, you're in here. John, you're in at 11,300. Sarah, you were in for a second. Come on now, everybody. Let's look over there. You can get up here. I know we can get higher on this one. This is the all-new Ranger 1000. 11,000. There we go. Thank you very much for jumping that up. I know we got some heavy bidders out there. We're at 11,500 right now. John, you are in right now. John, you're at an 11,500, but now you're out. Julie, thank you. Good to see your name. A new bidder is in here now. Julie, glad to have you in here. You're at 11,006, 11,006, 11,700 is next. 11,700 for anybody out there with your phone in your hand, with that hand bid app open, going, I need to get this. This is what I've been waiting for all night. 11,700 will get you back in here right now. 11,700. Oh, there we go. Well done, John. 11,700 we have. 11,800 is what we need next. 11,800 is our next bid. John, I appreciate you. John, I feel like you and I would be good friends. But I would love to have somebody outbid John right now. This is what we are doing tonight, is not only looking for a great thing that you can take home, but supporting with all. Let's get that $12,000 number in here. Jennifer, get us up to $12,000. Get that Polaris Ranger for yourself. Well done, Jennifer. I have great faith in you. Well done. The bid is now 12,000 even. 12,000 even is what we're at right now. This Polaris Ranger 1000, you get to pick it up nice and easy. Think of all the things you can do. I know most of you don't have a farm. You don't need that, but it had cup holders. Let's go, everybody. Come on, Jennifer. $12,000. We appreciate you right here. 12,100 will get you back in. 12,100 is what we're looking for next. John, can you get us up to 12,100? Do you have your phone in your hand right now? We're not going to be able to keep this open all night, but I want to give everybody a chance. Again, we've had 46 bids on this one, ladies and gentlemen. All of our partners out there, we've had 46 bids. This is a hot item. We want to make sure that everybody that's out there that's resting on it right now has a chance to get in that bid. Grab this Polaris Ranger 1000 Premium for yourself. Jennifer, you're going to look so good on this if they let you go walk away with it. Jennifer, I hope you're already going out there. If you don't have any camo, go ahead and get some. I'll go shopping with you. That's fine. We can get some super fancy outfits. We have 1 minute left. That means we're going to be closing the bidding at 7:53. 7:53, and the bidding will be closing on this Polaris Ranger 1000. We're currently at 12,000 even. 12,100 is our next bid. We're at 12,000. Would you give me 12,100? Again, we're closing the bid at 7:53. By my clock, that's 30 seconds. Jennifer, you're going to have the longest 30 seconds of your life. We're right here waiting with you. We're at 12,000 evening. Is somebody going to get us up to 12,100? We're at 12,000 right now. We have another 14, 15. All right. 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Jennifer, this is the next longest 10 seconds of your life. We're at 12,000. 12,000. Are we going to get to 12,100 on this Polaris Ranger, supporting with all, making sure that we have the right words to speak to our young people, courtesy of this organization. You are helping us out by helping yourself out with this Polaris Ranger 1000. We're about to close the bidding on this, Jennifer. We're coming in real quick, and it is sold. Congratulations to Jennifer Hall, $12,000 on that all-new Ranger 1000. All right. Here we go with another getaway, and this one is incredibly special, everyone. We are now going to talk to you about a North Shore cabin getaway. Now, the Westin cabin is perfect for a romantic getaway or a weekend with you and your kiddos hiking and exploring the beautiful North Shore of Lake Superior. Beautifully built by Norman Moe and designed by architect Dale Mungfinger, this cabin is the perfect family retreat. The cabin has 2 bedrooms and a loft, which will sleep 4 to 6 comfortably while surrounded by knotty pine and artistic details in memory of Anna. Now, I know that this has been a very busy time, and I'm glad that we've had so many bids on this. So we are currently at $2,100. $2,100. Thank you for coming in, Sarah. $2,200 is the next bid. We're at $2,100. This cabin was so impactful when I learned about it from Katie Weston, our board chair. Knowing that Kitty spent so much time with her daughter Anna in mind as she was designing this cabin. And one other thing that you should know is that this is not something that they Airbnb out. This is something that is meant for them and is so special. And that is why it is so amazing that they are making it available to us this evening during our live auction. So Sarah, you are in at $2,100. Sarah, you're in at $2,100. This cabin designed by an amazing designer that had so much love, care, and personality put into it, courtesy of Kitty Weston and her family. So thank you very much, David. I see you at $2,200. $2,200. Our next bid is at $2,300. This is not something, this is a priceless opportunity for all of you there. When I was asking Kitty about what she thought so much about this cabin, she was using words like peaceful and solitude and all of these very spiritual words, and you can be part of it. We're at $2,300 now. $2,300. Thank you for your donation, Derek. We appreciate you coming in. Our next bid is at $2,400. I'd love to make sure that you have a chance to have this once-in-a-lifetime, priceless opportunity, courtesy of our board chair. So Derek, thank you very much for coming in at $2,300. The next bid is at $2,400. $2,400. All of the amazing amenities are inside. Kitty is going to come, and Kitty and Mark are going to come and make sure that everything is taken care of you. They're going to be your guide for the cabin when you're up there. It is so picturesque. They'll make sure that also included in your stay is a signed book from the architect in which the cabin is pictured. So we want to make sure that we're coming in. So we have 2 minutes left. So we're going to be closing the bid on this particular item at $758. At $758. Linda, thank you very much for coming in. Linda, we see your bid at $2,400. A chance to stay at the personal cabin of Kitty Weston and her family. That was part of her heart was put into this, and so much of their soul was put into this. Jordan, thank you very much for coming in at $2,500. At $2,500 right now, we're at the next bid will be at $2,600. Linda, you're back in at 26. Can we get up to 27? Let's get up to 27. We're going to be closing the bid, as I said, at $758. That's what we're doing. Us right now. We're at $2,600. Thank you very much. Courtesy to 7. I would love to get this closer to $3,000. This priceless opportunity, an opportunity for you to stay at the personal cabin of Kitty and Mark Weston. Something that they don't do. Don't think that one day all of a sudden you'll pop up and you see this. Thank you very much, Jordan. You are back in at $2,700. $2,700. Can we get up to $3,000 on this one? We would love to hit that next thing to really honor Kitty and Mark and their daughter Anna. Linda, thank you very much for that $2,800 donation. We need $2,900 for the next bid. $2,900 will get you back in here, Jordan. $2,900 will get you back in here. We're so close to being able to get to that. I knew you could do it. $3,000 is the next bid. Jordan, thank you very much for that $2,900 bid. Linda, another $100. Can we get you up to $3,000? Can we get this up to $3,000? $3,100 now. Thank you very much. Cindy, you came in at $3,000. We're very close to closing this. Okay. All right. Here's what we're at. We're going to see where we're at. I'm going to check with everybody here because I know that we need to close the bidding and get on to our final offer of the evening. So here's where we're at. Linda, you're in at $3,000. Jordan, if you're willing to come in at another $3,000, Kitty and Mark are willing to give us a second North Shore cabin getaway. Jordan, we're going to put a number on the screen right now for you. Jordan, you get a chance to make this decision because you were so close. Linda, thank you very much. You are in at $3,000. You get this one. Linda, you are one of our winners. Jordan, you can be the second. You see that number there, 612-382-9471. Kitty just let us know that you are willing to come in and do a second getaway. Call that number, text that number right now if you're in for $3,000, and we will hook you up as well. So thank you very much to Linda. Thank you to everybody that bid on this one, and thank you so much to Kitty and her family for providing that. All right, we are now moving on to another very exciting live auction item. This is a one-on-one writing lesson with Dessa. Another priceless opportunity here, and it only comes around once. Now, for any aspiring music, poetry, or author in your life, if you're a musician, you're a poet, you want to be an author, this is the package for them. Now, award-winning singer, rapper, and writer, and Minnesota native, Dessa, is known for her incredible music and eloquent writing. With performances at Lollapalooza and the Minnesota Orchestra, she is included in the top 200 entries on the Billboard charts. Now, she has a song on the #1 album, The Hamilton Mixtape, is a published New York Times writer, TED Talk speaker, and more. And now, let's hear from Dessa herself.
Hello, I'm musician and writer Dessa, and first of all, I hope you're enjoying your night. Thank you for spending it in support of Withal, an organization doing great work in the fight against eating disorders. If you are inclined to bid on some of the items next on the docket, they will be mine. I will have a signed copy of my LP Chime, a signed copy of my double LP recorded live with the Minnesota Orchestra, Sound the Bells, and copies of each of my published works, also signed. My Own Devices, which is a memoir, A Pound of Steam, which is a poetry collection, and Spiral Bound, which was my first one, so it's sort of a mixed bag. I will also be meeting with the person who places the winning bid to discuss craft. So if you're someone with an interest in writing, essays or poetry or fiction or lyrics, I'd look forward to meeting with you one-on-one for a half hour to chat it out. Talk process, man. All right, thanks again for your support of Withal, and good luck.
Well, I definitely couldn't say it any better. Thank you very much, Dessa, for joining us with that and for providing this amazing writing lesson with Dessa. We have so many bids that are in here already, and I'm sure that you are so excited for this opportunity. And Dvorak, you are in at $1,600. The current bid is at $1,600. The next bid is at $1,650. A 30-minute writing session along with signed merchandise, including her memoir, poetry collection, live recordings, and more will go to this lucky winner. And you are currently in at $1,600. Let's see if we can get somebody else in at $1,650. $1,650. You saw Dessa and how she was so willing to support this organization. Thank you very much, Kita. We have you in at $1,650. And so much, there are so many opportunities that we have that you go, I am making a memory that will last a lifetime. Well, if we're sitting there and we're collecting things, that one day when we're all sitting on a porch or maybe sitting at an assisted living facility, you'll get to say, I hung out with Dessa. So Kita, thank you very much. You are in at $1,650 for this priceless opportunity. You're at $1,650. The next bid is $1,700. $1,700 for this one-on-one opportunity to hang out with Dessa, who you know will go on to do even more amazing things. And you'll get to say, I hung out with her when. Kita, we're at $1,650 right now. Our next bid is at $1,700. $1,700 for this once-in-a-lifetime priceless opportunity with Dessa. Who knows? You can sit there and like from now on you can say, hey, I did the most cool thing. Thank you very much, Debbie. You are in now at $1,750. $1,750. We're moving quick right now. $1,800 is the next bid. $1,800. Kita, you're back in. $1,850 now. $1,850. Debbie, you're in as well. Well done, Debbie. They that $1,900 now. $1,900. The next bid is at $1,900. Debbie, you're currently in at $1,850. Thank you for supporting this cause. Thank you for coming in on this particular item. Kita, you will be back in at $1,900. $1,900. Can we get in? Do we have any new bidders out there? Are you looking over at your loved one and going, hey, I don't like the last birthday card they wrote for me. They could use some professional help. Let's get it from Dessa. The bid is now $2,000. Thank you very much, Debbie. You came in at $1,950. You're now coming in at $2,000 is the next bid to be able to come in there, hang out with somebody who goes, not only did I sing the songs to Hamilton in my shower, I hung out with somebody that was on the mixtape. Thank you very much, Debbie. You're in at $2,000, $2,000. $2,050 is the next one. $2,050 is where we're at next. Kita, you're right back in here at $2,050. Come on, Kita. I see you there. I see you. I know that there's some other people sitting right now with their handbid app in their phone, waiting to say, hey, do I have another $50 in me? I'm sure you do. Come on, Debbie, you are currently in at $2,000 even. $2,050 is the next bid. We're at $2,000 right now. $2,050 is the next bid. Thank you very much. You're back in. $2,050 right now. $2,100. A nice, cool $2,100 for this priceless opportunity that also supports an amazing organization. You could tell how happy Dessa was to be able to provide this opportunity in order to support with all. So if you're home, if you're going, what can I do that kills two birds with one stone? What can make the most amazing gift that you could actually provide to somebody else? It's this opportunity, and also do an amazing thing by supporting with all. Right now we're at $2,050 with Kita. Kita, you're in at $2,050. $2,100 is the next bid. We're going to keep this open for a couple more minutes. I want to make sure everybody has a chance to come in and hang out this personal lesson. We have 1 minute left, so at 8:05, we will be closing the bidding here at 8:05. So everybody get your watch out. That means that you really need to get on there. If you've been waiting, if your finger has been hovering, you've been decided, hey, I need to go and refill my tea and I have time to bid when I come back. You don't. We're going to close this really quickly. $2,050 is the bid right now with Kita. We're looking for $2,100. $2,050 is the bid right now. Kita, you're still in. We're looking for $2,100. $2,100 is that next bid. $2,100 for anyone out there looking for an opportunity to hang out with Dessa, someone who has one of the longest resumes, the most accolades ever right now, and Minnesota native. You're back in now, Debbie. Thank you very much for that $2,150. Now $2,200. $2,200. Well done, Kita. You're back in. $2,200. $2,250 next. $2,250. $2,250. We're going to keep this open for a couple more minutes. I feel like that got hot there for another second. We're at $2,200. $2,200 is the current bid. I knew I was right. $2,250. Thank you very much, Debbie, for coming back in. I hope all of these people are friends and that this doesn't break up any friendships or relationships. We can all get there together. That'll all be fine. All right, Debbie, you're in at $2,350. You're in at $2,350. Thank you very much, Debbie. Who knows? Maybe Debbie will use her writing lesson to write an apology note to Kita. I don't know. Kita, is that how you want this to go down, or do you want to come in at $2,400? We're at $2,350 with Debbie right now. $2,400 is the next bid. Yep. And we got it. $2,450. Thank you very much for coming in on that, Debbie. $2,500 is now a nice, cool $2,500. $2,500. As we spoke in the Fund a Need, that $2,500. That is a milestone where we can do so much with all. So thank you very much, Debbie, for bringing that in. $2,500 is the current bid. $2,500 is the current bid with Debbie. $2,550 is our next bid. $2,550 will get you back in here, Kita. If there's any new bidders out there, we have room for you as well. You still have plenty of time to get that app on your phone. If you're watching us right now on your flat screen, don't worry. Get that phone out. Get yourself in there for $2,550. And it is closed. $2,550. Thank you very much for $2,500 coming into Debbie. Congratulations. We appreciate that $2,500 donation. All right. All right. Our final but most delicious item in our live auction portion of the evening. It is a summer barbecue. All right. Let Don Bickford, owner of Highlight Printing and captain of the Full Frontal Barbecue competition team, cook for you and 50 of your closest friends or work associates. Don and the Full Frontal team have won hundreds of awards in regional and national barbecue competitions, including many Grant Championships, multiple top 10 finishes in the Jack Daniel's World Barbecue Championship, a top 10 finish in the World of Food Championship, and is a 3-time champion cooking with the Minneapolis Police and Fire Department's Battle of the Badges Rib Cooking Contest. Now, this sounds delicious. I am so hungry. I know that you guys are hungry as well. The bid is currently at $1,200. Oh, it just went up. We are currently going up. We are going up now. We are going up now. We are at $1,250. $1,250 is what we're at right now. You can get in at $1,300. $1,250 is the current bid. Sarah, thank you very much for coming in. And here's the thing. We set this up to you and 50 of your closest friends. Maybe you're just hungry. You don't have to invite that many people. And you're in right now at $1,300. And thank you very much for coming in. Think about it. You put off so many parties. When we finally can do this, this is going to be the best let's get back to business party imaginable. And you're currently in at $1,300. Our next bid is at $1,350. Full Frontal coming in right now, doing that amazing. Just look at that picture. That's not something we photoshopped. That's actually what you are going to get to partake of. Everybody here, they're going to include barbecue meat, main dishes, 2 sides, and adult beverages from Drake's Organic Experiences. So not only do you get all that barbecue, you get to be fancy, Sarah. You're currently in at $1,400. $1,400, Sarah. We're looking for that next bid to come in at $1,450. This amazing barbecue experience. I know you all been sitting there watching at home going, I wish I could do that, but I don't have the stuff. Don't worry. They're going to bring it all. They're going to have this amazing summer barbecue party for you. And right now we're coming in at $1,450. And thank you very much for coming in. I also want to remind you that this barbecue bash can be used through October 15th, 2021 here in the Twin Cities metro area, so you don't even have to rush. New bidder here. Thank you, Jason, for coming in. We appreciate you coming in at that $1,500 mark. I just wonder if Jason's really hungry or what it is that we're trying to do right now. Jason, I appreciate you coming in because this is making me hungry. You know, Sarah, you're back in. Thank you very much, Sarah. We got some hot bidders out there. I appreciate you, Sarah. You're going to get one of these, Sarah, somehow. You keep coming in. We appreciate you coming in. We appreciate your exuberance. $1,550 is what Sarah's at right now. Jason, you're back in at $1,600. $1,650 is the next one. That'll get you back in, Sarah. $1,650, go ahead, grab your phone. Remember, you're supporting With All. We appreciate all of you being part of our first fully virtual event, and I hope that you are all having a good time at home. And I hope that I'm making you hungry because I feel like $1,600 is a steal for Jason right now. 50 people, including adult beverages and super fancy organic adult beverages as it is. Jason, you're in at $1,600. Who's going to come in at all right. I spoke too soon. We're at $1,650. $1,650 from Ann. Who's going to come in at $1,700? Do we have $1,700 from one of our viewers at home? We have 2 minutes left. That means we're going to be closing this bidding at 8:12 p.m. All right, you're in, man, Sarah. You're in here, Sarah. $1,800 now is what I need. $1,800, a full summer barbecue. Think about it. Even if we're doing summer social distancing by then, you'll be able to have a great time. Kick off your summer with a bang. We have 1 minute left. We're going to be coming in again. We're closing it at 8:12. So let's get in here. Jason, you're back in. Jason, I appreciate you. Jason, let's go ahead and get some more meat up here. I hope that you're getting ready. You can put this on a t-shirt. You see that barbecue team logo right there? You can wear it between now and whenever you actually use it if you win this item right now. Jason, you're in at $1,800. Our next bid is at $1,850. We're at $1,800. Sarah, you got another minute to get in. We're going to be closing this very soon. Jason, you're still in at $1,800. Hold your breath. Hopefully this works out for you. But Sarah, I would love to get you in here one more time. Get that bid in again for you. Sarah, you're in at $1,850. $1,850. Jason, you're real close at $1,800. Again, we're going to be closing this very soon. All right, we'll see. It's going to be coming down to the wire on this one. Jason, you're at $1,900. Sarah, you can be back in at $1,950, another $50. You can just get that off of one other of your friends because there's 50 of them that gets to come to this. Put out a tip jar. Come on, Sarah. Sarah, you can come in. You're at, there we go, Sarah. $1,950. $1,950 is the current bid. $1,950 is the current bid. We're up to $2,000. This is going to go hot. Of course, it makes sense. Look at all that fire, all those flames coming on. With barbecue, I expected this to go hot. We're coming in at $2,000 right now. Can we get up to $2,050? We're at $2,000 now. $2,050 from Sarah. Up, $2,050 from Sarah. Do we get a nice even $2,100? Are you back in, Jason? Jason, we're going to be closing this soon. Sarah, you're at $2,050. Sarah's currently in at $2,050. There we go, Jason. You're at $2,100. I am enjoying this. This is one of my favorite items of all time. If nothing else, because that full frontal pig is staring at me. I would love to make this worth my while. Come on, everybody. $2,100 we're at with Jason right now. Sarah, you're so close. Sarah, I wanted you to walk away a winner tonight. $2,150 is Sarah. $2,150 is Sarah. Do we have $2,200 coming in? We have $2,150 right now. Do we have $2,200? There we go. This is going to take a while. I'm looking at my team and going, how long are we going to let these two people duke it out? All right, we're going to do one more minute. All right, so Jason, you're in at $2,200. $2,200 right now. $2,200. Yep. Jason, you're out. We're at $2,250. These two people, I hope they don't live next door to each other because this is going to make it really awkward when they're taking out the garbage one day. Sarah, Jason's back in at $2,300. I'm sure Sarah just went, shoot, I could hear her in my head right now. Sarah, you're so close. We're so close. Sarah, can you get in here one more time? We're at $2,300. $2,300, Jason. You might walk away with it this time. $2,300 is what we have right now, Jason. $2,300. Jason's at $2,300. Sarah, you're real close. $2,300. The next bid comes at $2,350. $2,350 is our next bid. We're extending this just long because we know we want to make sure we have a chance for everybody to get in and get their bids. All right. And it is sold. Jason, it was a valiant battle. You walked away with that for $2,300. And thank you to everyone who donated the items for our live auction. Thank you to everyone who donated all of the items for our extended opportunities. And thank you to all of you who were part of our Fund a Need this evening, because thanks to all of you, we have exceeded our goals for our virtual event this night. So for everybody who's in there, a round of applause, huzzahs for everybody out there. We have definitely exceeded the goal that we hoped with this first virtual event for With All. And it was all thanks to you. And for you allowing us to come into your homes to talk about this organization and to show your support. We appreciate everything that you've done. Now, in addition to the crucial financial support you have all made possible this evening, you can work to prevent eating disorders through the words and actions you model for the kids in your life. Now visit whattosaynow.org to take the pledge and join the movement to stop harmful diet and weight talk around kids. By signing the pledge, you'll receive helpful tips and guidance to live this pledge out in your everyday life. With you, we can help all kids love their bodies and the food that nourishes them. Thank you for being a part of our first fully virtual event. Thank you for allowing us into your home, and good night, everyone.